Well, happy Monday evening and welcome to Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply. We are in the CDS Office Technology Studio in downtown Quincy. He's Muddy River Sports Director Chris Dewar. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman. We are into February, Chris Dewar. Can you believe it?
It's Groundhog's Day today.
Did you see your shadow?
I did not see my shadow, and whatever it is, I'm sure it means 1,000 more weeks of awful winter.
I can never remember if Puxatawny Phil sees his shadow, we get 6 more weeks of winter, or he doesn't see his shadow. I don't know. But all I heard from my wife when she was home at lunch was that we get 6 more weeks of winter.
Of course we do, because it couldn't be more miserably cold.
So get this. I was in the truck today, had to run by the bank before I came here, so I'm filling out some paperwork, and my pen explodes. I went home and I tried to scrub it. It went over my shirt. I had to go home and change clothes.
You are an inky mess.
I am an inky mess. So I went home and tried to scrub it off, so it'll wear off in a couple days.
It will, yes. That's what happens.
Not too worried, but
must be
that's
a Monday.
How my Monday has gone. How's your Monday been?
So far, so good, actually.
Good.
Got some errands done today because you and I have been running kind of nonstop, so I had a bunch of stuff on the honey-do list that I hadn't completed yet. And now I feel like I'm back running the race, I guess.
Well, and we have a busy week ahead of us.
Oh, we do, but it's one of the best weeks of the winter.
We have a busy month ahead of us.
We do.
When you start thinking that we're only a couple weeks away from girls basketball postseason in Illinois beginning, obviously we're already in the throes of postseason, which we had the wrestling regionals on the Illinois side this past weekend. So it's here. Oh, and by the way, there's a big event going on this weekend.
One of our favorites.
The Superfan Shootout, the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout, hosted by Quincy Notre Dame at the Pit. 11 games coming up, 3 Friday night, 8 Saturday. We got free tickets to give away. We've already given away 8 free tickets.
And the trivia questions, we've got a lot of response.
It's been great. I didn't know how that would go. So we threw a trivia question out earlier tonight on Facebook. We'll throw it out here later in the show on here, so if you want to stick around. This one's a little harder. I thought the first 2 were kind of easy. And
we wanted to ease in.
This one, I want to see how much people think. This one, I don't know how many people will get right. I knew we'd get a lot of correct answers on the first 2. This one, it's going to be more challenging.
Well, and that's the great thing. You have a couple of hours and days here to actually figure this out before we do the drawing.
Yes.
And the tickets, 11 games, you can't get better value than that. So.
No, 4 free tickets. Again, BJ Fessler, Danny Haas, our first 2 winners. We're going to have 2 more winners this week. So we're going to give away 16 free tickets to the shootout. And then we'll be there Friday night, all day Saturday, all 11 games. Really looking forward to it.
And a really good schedule.
Yes.
I think both days in terms of overall balance. And I think we've done a really good job creating really good girls matchups, really good boys matchups, and some matchups that you're just not going to see anywhere else.
Absolutely. And I think when you start breaking it down, and I'm going to do an A to Z look that'll be coming up on Wednesday on our site, Wednesday afternoon. A to Z look at the shootout. But you start thinking, we got the number 1 ranked team in the state in Quincy Notre Dame boys.
We do.
We got several state-ranked teams among the girls' teams coming in, including the Quincy Notre Dame girls, including the West Hancock girls.
There are 2 undefeated teams in the region, and they're both here.
Yeah, so, that's a big deal. The Clopton girls are undefeated. They will be here. That matchup Friday night between the Quincy Notre Dame girls and the Clopton girls is going to be a lot of fun.
I think it is, and if you like to watch great point guard and great guard play, I don't think you're going to see any better anywhere on the girls' side this year.
Right.
That's a really great showdown and a really good way to kind of kick things off.
Yeah.
Because it follows off a really good game between 2 teams that aren't in the same class.
True.
Who have both had an incredible amount of success in West Hancock and Quincy High.
And we talk about those games. The West Hancock girls taking on Quincy High School. That's the 5 o'clock game on Friday night.
Correct.
Followed by the Quincy Notre Dame girls taking on Clopton. Both Quincy High and Quincy Notre Dame have a big game tomorrow night before we ever even get to the shootout.
Yes, they do.
Because they go head-to-head.
They do, and this is a game I think a lot of people in town have been waiting for. I think there was a lot of talk, and it's lived up to at this point that maybe this is the most anticipated girls' game of the season, the regular season.
Yeah, I think so.
In a lot of eyes, and it should be a wonderful test.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow night at the Pit. We've got a bunch of good boys games going on this week. We got one of the nation's best recruits coming into Quincy on Wednesday night.
Correct.
Webster Groves, Scotty Atkinson coming in. as the Statesmen take on Quincy High School at Blue Devil Gym.
For some reason, I had totally spaced on the fact that game was Wednesday.
It's not a Tuesday.
Yes.
Quincy High's been playing some Tuesday games because of the conference.
Correct.
But that one's on Wednesday. Last year, that game got postponed or canceled, because of an illness that ran through the Webster Groves program. And I know that I don't know if they ended up canceling 2 games that week because they had so many guys sick, but I know that was the reason those two didn't go head-to-head, and that would have been a great matchup last year. Webster Groves went on and won the Class 5 state championship, and they're the number 1 ranked team in Missouri in Class 5 coming into this.
Quite the test for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils are going to have their hands full, but they've played better as of late. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the show, but we've seen some signs of the Blue Devils showing progress.
We have, and I think, once you get past a certain point, growing pains become less of an excuse because you've grown. And I think we've seen that with a number of teams in the last couple of days and weeks, with teams that maybe struggled a little early or couldn't do this or that early, who have taken a step forward. We had talked, you and I specifically, about the Liberty girls a little bit and what they were able to accomplish this week with winning their first tournament championship after a couple of missed opportunities.
Well, and I think those moments carry over.
They do.
Liberty knows how to win a title now. Now, if you get into regional play and you're playing for a championship, you don't have that awestruck moment. You don't have that deer in the headlights look to you.
The self-defeatism goes out the window because you've proven you can do it.
That's right. So, again, big game Thursday night at the pit again. Liberty girls coming to the pit.
They are, and that should be a fun showdown as well.
How about Quincy Notre Dame's schedule this week? Quincy High School on Tuesday, state-ranked Liberty on Thursday, undefeated Clopton, Brown County, state-ranked number 3 in the state on Saturday.
I mean, if you're going to do something, you might as well test yourself out before regionals and figure out where you're at.
I mean, they pretty much got all the milestones out of the way this past week with 1,000-point scorers and 600 wins and all that. Now they can just worry about going and playing.
One of those 1,000-point scorers is one of our guests tonight.
That's right.
And I have some choice words for her on a missed free throw that we're going to talk about.
I was wondering if you were going to bring this up.
Yes. She delayed my departure a little bit, so I'm going to ask her.
Well, I'm on her side in all of this.
Okay.
Yes, because, hey, missed free throws happen.
Yes.
And why are you worried about it getting out of there quick? You're not a TV guy anymore.
The game was over.
You're not a TV guy anymore.
The game was over.
You don't have to rush.
For Airy. I was on Airy watching that point.
You're not a TV guy anymore.
Poor
you don't have to rush.
Durst behind her with her fingers crossed.
Airy Bueller is going to be in studio tonight. We have another in-studio guest, Quincy High School girls basketball coach Brad Dance is going to join us. And then we'll talk to Illini West girls basketball coach Grant Supernaut at the top of the 8 o'clock hour about the shootout. Both the Illini West boys and girls are coming to the Superfan shootout this weekend. Great game last Friday night in Carthage. Quincy Notre Dame boys continued their undefeated streak, which is now at 20, but with a big victory over a very good Illini West team. And I think anybody who's not seen Illini West yet needs to get out to the pit on Saturday. That game's early afternoon, 12:30 start roughly against Liberty. But that's a really good team.
Yeah, and that's a really good middle of the afternoon schedule just leading into that. So,
I
mean, we're offering fun all day Friday night and pretty much all morning, afternoon, and night on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. 8 games on Saturday. The first game is at 9:30 a.m. We go all the way to the Quincy Notre Dame boys taking on the Clopton boys at 8 p.m. That's the last game of the night. You and I will be there for all of them.
We will.
So looking forward to that. We'll break down the entire schedule later in the show. We'll do the trivia question. We're going to talk a lot of Superfan shootout tonight.
Excellent.
But I don't want to overlook some other things that have been going on. Obviously, you went to Camp Point on Saturday for the Class 1A Wrestling Regional. Just a whole slew of area kids getting through. I believe Camp Point Central sent 8 kids onto the sectional. Quincy Notre Dame sent 7.
Yes.
At the normal community Class 3A regional, Quincy High School sent 5 through. I believe was the final total. It may have been more than that. I think it may have been 8.
Now that you say that sounds more like it.
I wrote the story, so I should remember. But
yes, but now that probably seems like a lifetime ago, considering the pace at which we've moved since.
Yeah. So and we had some individual champions.
We did.
So yeah, I thought it was a really good Saturday for our wrestlers.
I thought, and to their credit, because when you volunteer to host a regional, that's a big undertaking.
Yes.
So really a big shout out to Brad Dixon and his crew at Camp Point Central. Did a marvelous job. It started on time, no snafus.
Good.
And I thought we kind of delivered what we had promised
Yeah.
in terms of, having Camp Point Central hosted. And again, I think very successful run into the sectional. Now all of those guys from that regional feed into that loaded sectional at Stanford Olympia,
that's right.
which is not going to be easy for anybody.
Mercy.
I mean,
Not
a
at
lot of
all.
state-ranked wrestlers awake.
Yep.
But you're off to a good start, and you take the chance now.
Well, and then you mentioned that sectional at Stanford Olympia. Think about where Quincy High's going. They're going down to Edwardsville for the sectional. Again, loaded.
Yeah, so it's not an easy path for any of our Illinois wrestlers.
No.
That's just the nature of the beast this time of year.
We're still a few weeks away from the postseason beginning for our Missouri wrestlers. However, we know Hannibal is at home for a duel on Tuesday night against Jefferson City.
They are.
And the Palmyra wrestlers are at home Thursday night for a quadrangular. So you're going to go to both of those as our plan as of right now. So you're going to get to see the Missouri side. I know Hannibal's loaded. We've talked about them.
Sure.
We've seen them. Don't forget about the Lawrenson brothers.
Yeah.
From Palmyra. Tyler Spicknall. They've got a lot of really good Blake Reif.
They've got some options,
Yeah.
which are guys that could make a splash.
Yep.
And, so looking forward to that, and certainly getting my wrestling fix, which is great this time of year.
Yep.
It's kind of nice to because we've had so much basketball.
Right.
Kind of nice to see some other things, and
Yep.
it's a good week. I mean, even if we didn't have the Superfan, I think it's been
True.
a really compelling week for interesting action this week.
You know what else I start writing this week? Baseball stories.
Holy cow!
We are a week away from college baseball beginning in our area.
Did you happen to see any of the college baseball from the opening week where there were snowflakes in the
Yes.
background
Yes.
down south?
Yeah.
That's, those are the kind of days that make your hands hurt as a hitter.
I'm a member of the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, and some of the messages we've been sharing are about some of that. Who's going to brave a 30-degree weather day to go watch college baseball here in February? I, sir, will not.
You are a smart man.
I'll write some stories. I'm going to write a preview on Quincy University this week. They head to, I believe, Memphis next week to start their season. But yes.
Hard to believe it's here already.
QU coach Matt Schissel sent me a message today that they were going to be out on the field this afternoon.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yes.
I don't need to be out there in 30-degree weather.
You can write from the comfort and privacy of your own home.
Amen. I'll get out there plenty. I missed all of
yes.
last spring, so I need to get out there, and I'm itching to get out there.
I'm sure you are.
But not when it's 35 degrees.
Nobody's itching to. Not even the Hawks themselves are itching to get out there right now.
No, not at all. But again, so there's more to look forward to there. College basketball scene's been good around here. The Western Illinois women have played really, really well. The Culver Stockton women continue to get it done. The Quincy University women, where our next guest is headed next year,
Yes.
have been on a nice little run themselves.
It's a nice little brewing storm right there, and with the talent that they're bringing in, Coach Schwagmeyer-Belger has done a really good job identifying her kind of players, of which Ari Bueller is certainly one.
Yep.
It kind of fits that mold, so it will be fun to see this thing continue to progress. It'll be interesting to see what happens, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because the story with Western Illinois is really good right now.
Yes, it is.
They are at risk of losing some pretty good talent next year, so we'll see what happens with JD Gravina going forward.
That's every college program anymore. You just don't know what the transfer portal is going to do.
You don't, so this kind of makes right now a perfect storm window for the Leathernecks in terms of who they are, what they're capable of, and gosh, it's so much fun to look at NCAA women's tournament brackets and see Western Illinois listed as a projected entry.
Speaking of Western Illinois, did you see on social media today, huge shout out to Western Illinois University.
I did.
From John Gruden. Coach Joe Davis, the Leathernecks boss, sent Gruden a box, and Gruden opened it and talked openly about Western Illinois University and Chicks on the River, Chicks on the Square.
Chicks on the Square, yes, good job.
Chicks
good
on the
catch.
Square, and
yes,
and he did his research. He had plenty to talk about with Western Illinois. He doesn't go into those cold.
No, he does not, and that's certainly a neat thing for
It
all
really
of the, the smaller college football programs in the country, and great for Joe Davis. What a nice little PR bump for a program that's starting to make some strides in the right direction.
And I know during football season here on Monday Night Lights, we had football helmets on the desk, and we will again next fall.
Yes.
Joe Davis, if you happen to hear this, we need a Leatherneck helmet in here.
I would agree.
We got a Q&D guy going to be a Leatherneck next year.
We do, and that will certainly amp up the excitement as well.
Joe Davis, I want a helmet. If you feel like it.
Yeah, if you feel like it. We'll take a care package as well.
I don't want to be demanding. So
nice.
Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball shootout, big week ahead with Ari Bueller. So stick around. This is Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary healthcare, from state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Meet us at the Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
The home of Quincy's best cheeseburger is now under new ownership. All our time-tested menu items, along with some great new additions, all cooked on our perfectly seasoned grill, are waiting for you.
New wings and new sauces.
Ice cold buckets at some of the best prices in town.
Or even in a frosted mug.
Corner bar comfort for your favorite game on 7 big screens. Or play your own game and win big.
The Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
For 135 years, State Street Bank has stood as a pillar of trust and stability in Quincy, Illinois. For generations, families have trusted State Street Bank to be part of their biggest moments. We look forward to the future with gratitude and excitement. Thank you for being part of our journey. State Street Bank, 135 years of banking you can trust.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, live from the CDS Office Technology Studios in downtown Quincy.
No, Chris Dewar, it didn't get too bad out there today. A little warmer.
Yes, it's starting to creep back up.
And we talked about with the Superfan shootout coming up this weekend of doing some shuck on a truck with the MVPs of each game and that kind of stuff. We talked about how are we going to do it inside. You know, what kind of setup are we going to? We talked to Bill Connell. I think we're going to be able to do it outside. I think it's going to be warm enough Saturday. Even if it's still in the 30s, it'll be warm enough to go out there for 2 or 3 minutes.
You are of hardy stock. I didn't have any doubt about you. However,
I don't know.
That's meant as a compliment. You are of hardy stock.
You know I'll take on the cold.
Yes,
that
I do.
Bother me.
I was worried more about our guests.
True.
But 43 degrees should be fine.
Let's hope that's the way it is.
Knock on wood.
And I know our next in-studio guest right here in the CDS Office Technology Studio, if it's warm enough, will join me on the tailgate. She's sat with me on the tailgate before. It just hasn't been this cold, right, Ari?
Yep.
Ari Bueller, Quincy Notre Dame senior point guard, joining us right here in the CDS Office Technology Studio. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, big week for you guys. Lots of games, lots of tough games.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys approach this week? Do you get excited? Do you go, okay, we gotta vote? Like, what's the attitude like?
I'd say both. Like today at practice, we were locked in, going through our good stuff, and then like we're excited. Like tomorrow, we're gonna be getting hyped, getting ready for the game, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun.
Ari, is it just a different vibe when it's Quincy High, knowing how good they've got, knowing how good you guys have been? It almost feels like a family tussle of sorts, does it not?
Yes, it's one of those games that Coach Warren's talking about for weeks before. We got to get prepped and having like Sunday walkthroughs just to go through a few things just so we're ready for practice on Monday.
There's been some big atmospheres recently for the community boys games. Certainly Saturday night, you guys played Monroe City first, and then they played. So the crowd was big for both games. Do you anticipate that this week?
Yeah, I think we're excited. Even Coach Warren said we're gonna have a student section, have some more people there, and I think that's gonna make us have a lot more energy.
That is a noticeable difference for you because this is the week of big crowds, traditionally for you. I know you're playing and you're doing your thing, and in one sense it doesn't matter, but it does it not, just to feel that energy?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it brings like a whole new like layer of like to our huddle, like because we have that crowd backing us up.
What's your favorite part about playing at the pit?
Maybe the band, when the band's there.
Okay.
We all like the band. The band's there, that's always fun. And then like that, all the people, like my family can come and it's not super far.
Is it weird to think that this run at the pit is almost over for you? Because it seems like you've been here doing this for Quincy Notre Dame for a long extended time, which is a credit to your talents, but you've got a handful of games left. That has to be sobering.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I mean, I'm excited to go to the next level, but it's been my home for 4 years. It's sad to leave.
I know you're going across town to Quincy University. Yeah. That's all said and done. Do you pay much attention to what they're doing right now? Or are you so locked in on yours it's like, I'll worry about them a little later on?
I've definitely been paying attention. Yeah. I've gone to a few games, made my mom go with me to a few, and I've just been paying attention from afar.
She's got to get used to going on.
Oh, yeah.
Have you helped her spot, okay, this is where you need to sit, or do you know where she's going to sit?
I think it'll depend.
Okay.
It might depend.
All right.
So you go into this week and every game is hard. I mean, there's not an easy give me anywhere on the schedule. It's Quincy High, Liberty, Clopton, Brown County. I guess you just have to take them one at a time. Otherwise, I would think that there would be some sense of, man, the world's kind of ganged up against us right now. Is that fair?
It's one of those like weeks where like you just have to keep pushing through. Like we had one of those weeks when we played Centralia last year. We ended up losing that game, but it was just a week we just had to keep pushing through. And then when we have practice in between those games, we have to go hard at practice even if we're tired and sore and not really wanting to.
How do you prepare? I'm going home, I'm going to bed early, I'm getting my rest, or do you just do what I normally do?
I do what I normally do. I don't want to change up my routine. I do what I always do. I think if I try to like switch things up, it's just gonna end bad. So,
what is your pregame routine? Do you listen to music? Do you say a prayer? Do you have a typical routine?
No.
Okay.
It's just kind of how I feel. Like some games I'll listen to music. Lydia will rebound for me sometimes before even JV goes out, and then after that I'm just kind of having fun, soaking in those last few moments, like right before we have to play.
So this week it's Chloe Nicholson. You've got Charlie Spoonster coming up. You've got Hope Ingram coming up. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody.
Wesley John.
Oh, and Wesley John, the great freshman from Liberty. I know you love to defend, but this kind of puts that at a higher level. Is there approach or key to all those different types of point guards you're kind of matched up with this week that kind of brings out the best in you challenge-wise defensively?
I'd say it's definitely going to take a lot of mental toughness from me. Like, if I get beat, I'm going to get beat. I just got to move on to the next play and get low, just try to hustle and keep moving, because if I don't, it's just going to reflect on everybody else.
We're chatting with Quincy Notre Dame senior point guard Ari Bueller right here in the CDS Office Technology studio. Big week ahead for the Raiders. Big week last week for milestones, including yourself. Hit the 1,000-point mark for your career. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot. Every kid, when they're young, they want to hit 1,000 points. And I think just me being able to do it, like midway through the season, I've gotten my footing, and then I hit that, and then it gives me that extra boost of confidence going into regionals.
Were you aware, did you happen to notice at all your mom quickly disappear and leave the stands and come back with all the celebration gear for the 1,000-point celebration?
I mean, we talked about it before the game that she was going to go. We had decided once I hit 8, she would go. She waited till 12. I needed 14, so she rushed her own self, I would say, but I did not see her leave or anything.
Okay.
Was it in your mind? Hey, I need 14 tonight. So were you counting it down as you went, or was it like, hey, if I get there, I'll get there?
In the beginning, I was like, I want to try to hit it. If I don't, it's okay. There's always another game. But once I got to like 10, I was like, I should just do it tonight. Like, there's no point in waiting.
Yeah.
So you're at 13 at the free throw line. I'm sorry, Ari, I don't mean to do this. And the first free throw was true, and we're all sitting there thinking, I even saw your mom and JD Peeper reach for the sides because they knew it was coming, and you clanked the free throw, which you don't do very often.
Yeah.
And you saw the video later of
he
Jenna
put it on
behind
video.
you doing this.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
thing.
cruel.
Yeah.
That was mean.
You should reach over and slap me right now. However, you got it back very quickly with that steal at the other end. Was there a sense of relief after the free throw that it got done at that point?
Yeah. After I missed that, I was like, that's just something that would happen to me. Something that I would do. And I was like, maybe just go get a steal. So that's what I went for. Got it, and it worked, so.
You got the milestone, got it out of the way.
Yep.
Now you don't have to worry about it.
I know, and that's what I was even telling one of the football coaches today. We were just talking about it, and I was like, I'm just happy it's out of the way now.
Yeah.
I can just relax, not worry about certain things, and now I can just not have to.
Was it kind of cool though to have the Illini West people acknowledge you, because there was that moment. I saw a lot of applause from the other side of the gym. I mean, that's a real nice show of respect.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it comes with that small town school atmosphere. Everybody, they're going to cheer on the people. They always will.
Another big milestone last week was Coach Orn getting number 600 for his career. Only the second coach from our area to ever do that. Only one of 20 in Illinois high school history, according to the IHSA website, to get to 600 career victories. You know Coach Orn as well as I do. He's not going to celebrate it.
No.
So did you guys celebrate it for him?
That was a whole thing in the morning at shoot-around. I was like, I haven't told the girls yet, but I know you're getting your 600 win. Do you want a photo? It was a no. And then I finally convinced him to talk to me in the fourth quarter about it, and then I forgot about that conversation. He reminded me on the bench, and he said yes. So I got him to take a photo. Next time we're going to get him in the middle.
Good luck. Good luck with that. 600 wins, historic career, Hall of Fame coach. What's it like playing for him?
It's fun. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. He's hard on you, yes, but he makes it fun. He makes it enjoyable. And I just think he wants us to be there and push us hard each day.
Ari, what's the thing that people on the outside who only see, Coach Orn in intense on-you mode don't realize about Coach Orn behind the scenes? Because I know we hear it almost universally from all the Lady Raider players, just of how much you all love and adore having him as the guy guiding you.
I'd say he's hilarious. I think he's so funny. But he's definitely just a very nice guy. I don't think people realize, yes, he is a very intense coach, but he is a great person outside of that too.
I would agree with that, having known him for a long time. The other part of that is, he's very fiery on the sideline, but he's really competitive away from there. It could be tiddlywinks, and he's going to compete. Mm-hmm. Do you guys see that from him away from basketball?
I mean, his competitive nature does come out, yes. It definitely does. And even before the Pleasant Plains game, we were talking about how him and Tracy's holiday tournament thing that they Olympics. Do. Yes, that.
Yes.
And how he lost it. And he was getting very angry about that. And it was weeks past. And he was getting very fired up about that. And we were all having a good laugh.
She and I sat and talked about it right before going into what would have been their last couple events. And she knew that if she was leading, he was going to add events to try to figure out how to win. And she and I were sitting on the under the basket at one of your home games, just laughing about this because that's him.
Yeah, he said she got into his head during pickleball. She hit the ball away from him.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pickleball.
That's beautiful.
It's fun.
All right, I want to ask you a non-basketball question because Illinois State football went on this historic run this year, and you are now a de facto Redbird football fan for reasons of relationship for people who don't understand.
Her boyfriend's Wyatt Mueller.
Yes. How much fun is that, just having that going on as a backdrop to everything else that's going on in your life and seeing them go on this historic run?
It was cool. It was definitely really cool. Seeing the excitement, he was obviously on the sidelines, but he was still cheering how excited he was just to see like how cool it is to make it that far, and they weren't expected to, which I think was even cooler.
Okay, was he nervous to do Shuck on a Truck with me?
No.
Okay,
No.
He didn't seem like it at all.
I don't think he was.
No, I don't think he was.
nervous?
No, I don't think so. He just kind of just goes with the flow.
Yeah.
How much does it help, though, to have somebody you can talk to, somebody you can lean on, who's kind of going through that same stuff you are, of trying to be elite, trying to work for championships? Can you bounce ideas off him, or does he bounce ideas off you?
Yeah. And I think that's something that just like helps like us too, is like we can talk about like athletics and sports, and like we'll give each other feedback and be like, well, this could have been different or that could have been different. And I think it just like it makes you see it from someone else's perspective.
You've got, obviously this week is very busy, but the real work begins, 2 weeks from now as we get into the postseason. And I know how driven you are, and I know how much you hate to lose, and I know how much that Centralia loss this year and last year still galls you. You have a chance to make up for all of that at the back end of this with the postseason. How critical is this for you, Ari, that you guys end this thing in your year as a senior the right way?
I'd say it's something that's very important to me, especially with like we lost like Sage and Lauren and the Reed twins. Like they were a big part of like our huddle, bringing us together and stuff. And I think like we all want to go out and prove that point that like we are still here, and like you have to like know that we're here.
You've been there. You know what it takes. How much does that help?
It helps a lot. Just having that experience for 2 times now, like it really helps.
And the big three of you, I mean, you all kind of lean on each other. How vitally important is that relationship for you guys? And I know playing with Jenna next year kind of helps as well, does it not?
Yes. That's something like we've played together for so long now. Different teams, like together, not together, against each other. I think that's just like built our relationship. So like I know Jenna's going to be in the corner if I'm driving. I know Tristan's going to be ducking in. Like I just know where they're going to be, and I think that like just makes it a lot easier.
No, that's a big reason why you guys are having success this year, and why success is going to follow. Whether it's this week, whether it's in the postseason, there's still wins to come.
Yes.
So good luck with that. Thanks
you.
for taking the time to come in this week.
Thank you.
I know it's such a busy Monday night, right?
Oh,
yeah.
There's nothing.
So, but you do have a busy week ahead.
Yes.
And we'll see you tomorrow night at the pit for a big game against Quincy High.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for the time.
And sorry about the free throw.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's mean. That is
I'm
mean.
just,
I'm sorry for missing it.
God bless you. You're a wonderful young lady, Harry, and I'm sorry to make fun of you.
Oh, no, it's
but it was
okay.
just so good with Jenna doing this behind you.
Yeah.
I was grinning.
It was.
Yeah, she even told me she was.
Yeah. All right. That's Ari Bueller, Quincy Notre Dame senior point guard, joining us right here in the studio. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more shootout stuff. Hey, we're going to give out the trivia question for 4 free tickets to the Superfan Shootout. So make sure you stick around. This is Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in this state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. Trained craftsmen and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
Are you as excited as we are that football season is back? Then you need to make Jersey's your one-stop destination for mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, and all your local sporting events. So gather your crew and speed over to one of Jersey's 2 locations, 109 East Jefferson and Camp Point, or 115 East Main Street, Mount Sterling. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
We love beer!
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, live from the CDS Office Technology Studios in downtown Quincy.
Well, it is Superfan Shootout Week, Chris Stewart, the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout. Very cool that Pizza Ranch jumped on board. I know they're not open yet. They're going to open this spring here in Quincy, but they're jumping on board. They want to support community activities.
And I think it's really cool that you come in and that's the tone you set. Apparently, we're going to have some representatives there during the course of the shootout, so that will be fun to meet and talk. Yeah. I'm always curious about why people from a business standpoint choose to do business in this community. Yeah. And then I started thinking about, man, Pizza Ranch really fits a need here.
It does, and I think I know they're excited. They were hoping that they might be open by the time of the shootout. Didn't happen. Their timeline didn't match up the shootout. But they want to be involved. They want to support the community in every aspect possible. And jumping on board as a title sponsor of this, along with us here at Muddy River Sports, really shows that they're dedicated to being in Quincy, which I think is a huge deal. And I think it's got everybody excited about not only what they're going to bring to Quincy, but how much they're going to add to it and how many people will go there. And they're in a great location.
I kind of got to look behind the scenes last week, wandering around prior to a sports vinyl taping, and got to see, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I think once it gets here, there's people who still never experienced Pizza Ranch.
Right.
I think once it gets here, once they open, like any new restaurant in Quincy, it is going to be flooded at the start.
Well, that's the thing you always worry about for new restaurants here is we like to be the first in our block to try the new place. And some of these restaurants have set franchise records for openings here, so our good friends at Pizza Ranch might want to batten down the hatches.
Well, and I think if you go around Quincy and you wonder, okay, how quickly does that fade, or does it fade? And like you look at places like you just drive down Broadway and you see a restaurant here, a restaurant there that's newer, and you go, man, they're still busy.
Yeah,
there's still cars lined up. There's still people in. That's a great sign for the economic part of our community.
It really is, and we are thriving in that department. Yeah. And a lot of people come from out of Quincy to experience those restaurants because we're the closest thing that a lot of those smaller communities have. Yep. So it's a really good hub for this community.
And I'm excited to work with Pizza Ranch just on an event like this and wherever this goes, our partnership with them on different things. Because I think it just, again, it highlights what we're about. Right. Our motto, our home, our sports.
Yes.
This is our community. We want to be a part of it.
And I think there will be some golden opportunities for our friends at Pizza Ranch via the pizza to kind of step in and make this a very signature event for themselves.
Without a doubt. With that in mind, though, if you want to come out to the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout this weekend, we got an opportunity for you to get in for free.
You gave these good folks 2 really easy chances, and now you have turned up the screws, Matt Johnson.
Well, I thought so great response to our first 2 trivia questions. BJ Fessler, Danny Haas are 2 winners. Yes. They each received 4 free tickets to this weekend's event. We've got another 4 tickets available now. Our trivia question is live on Facebook. It'll be live on our social media platforms, we're going to drop it here momentarily on the show. And I was trying to come up with something about teams in the shootout. And I'm like, man, I don't want to go one specific team. And so I got thinking, all these teams pretty much have won state trophies, all these programs.
Well, they have.
Okay. Wonder how many trophies combined, all of these state trophies. These are top 4 finishes. Have all these, there's 20 programs involved in this. Obviously 11 games, 22 teams. But Quincy Notre Dame boys and girls each play twice. So 20 programs involved in the shootout. How many state trophies collectively have these 20 programs won?
It's a big number.
It is a big number.
You got to realize
it's bigger than I realized before I started doing my research.
just for starters, and I'm not trying to tip anybody
No,
off.
go for it.
But there were 9 straight Clopton State appearances in the Final Four when they were, during the Ed Lindsay salad days.
So yeah,
you're gonna have some numbers there, folks.
So again, here is our trivia question: how many state trophies have the 20 teams in the shootout won collectively? I'll give you a couple hints.
Okay.
One, it's a big number. I put that hint on Facebook.
Okay, good.
But I'm going to throw out a couple more here.
Okay.
The Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball program alone has won 13.
Yes. That one I knew.
There. So
I was trying to go back through my head and remember how many Carthage/Illini West had won.
It's not double digits.
Okay.
But it's close.
Okay.
There's hint number 2.
Okay.
And all of these are on the IHSA and the MSHA website. If you know how to navigate, you can look at the list of teams in the shootout and go add it up. Just saying. If you want to dig in,
we're making you work a little bit.
We're making you work, but we're trying to give you help too.
Yes, we are helping.
So again, if you comment on the social media posts, that enters you in the drawing. Anybody with the right answer gets entered into the drawing for 4 free tickets to this weekend's event. We've already had a couple answers on Facebook. They are not correct. Yes. I'll throw that out there.
You have time to do your research.
I'm not going to award the tickets until Wednesday morning.
Yeah. So you have tonight, tomorrow. Do your research. Matt Shuckman just told you where to go.
Yep. So
he gave you the Rosetta Stone.
There's your hints.
Yes.
For this trivia question. So the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout coming up Friday and Saturday. 3 games Friday night, 8 games on Saturday. 4 free tickets. You can come and you can stay all day. You can come and go. You can hang out with us.
That's kind of for us always has been the best part.
You want to come sit on the tailgate with me outside? You're welcome to between games. We'll just have a party.
I got a feeling my father-in-law might try to hit you up for his own personal shuck on a truck. Don't let that happen.
I don't know. He might have some dirt on you.
Oh, never mind. Yes. let me cut that down right now.
Anyway, we are really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast. We're going to go through a little later in the show the entire lineup, talk a little bit about those teams, get you prepared for that. But we got other things to talk about, including we got a guy waiting to join us in studio whose team knocked off one of the best Class 3A teams in the state this past Saturday. And now his team's in first place in its conference.
Yes, they're playing really, really well at the right time.
Without a doubt. And that would be Quincy High School girls basketball coach Brad Dance, set to join us on the flip side of this break. So stick around. This is Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
For the best deals on snacks and drinks, you may not think of Farm & Home Supply as your first choice, but my hungry friend, I'm here to prove you wrong. Here are the best deals before kickoff. We got kitchen cooked chips, they're only 2 for $5, all the different flavors. This big tub of cheese balls, everybody loves cheese balls, they're only $4.99. Different flavors of Dots pretzels, from original to buffalo, they're only $5.99. We got 24-pack Pepsis and Mountain Dew, all different flavors, only $11.99. Plus, look at that on-package coupon. If you're looking for something a little healthier, we got bubbler drinks, 6-packs, they're only 2 for $10. Find all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
Meet us at the Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
The home of Quincy's best cheeseburger is now under new ownership. All our time-tested menu items, along with some great new additions, all cooked on our perfectly seasoned grill, are waiting for you.
New wings and new sauces.
Ice cold buckets at some of the best prices in town.
Or even in a frosted mug.
corner bar comfort for your favorite game on 7 big screens, or play your own game and win big.
The Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
Area Distributors is a provider of products and services in the restaurant environment, the school environment, the factory environment, the office environment, and in the healthcare settings.
That's the value of Area Distributors, is that we help our customers out by providing them more product as one distributor.
I can tell you, if you call us and have a need, you're going to get timely response.
It's all about passion.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman, hanging out with Muddy River Sports Director Chris Dewar, our Monday usual sojourn into the world of prep basketball as we speak right now.
I'll tell you what, and what a week to be doing it.
Yes.
We've started off, we've got great guests tonight, We've got great energy, and before you know it, the madness will be upon us.
It will. We have one issue, though.
Uh-oh.
Our next guest is a Dodgers fan. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to touch that one.
No. Well, you're a California dude.
There are 2 parts of California. Don't make me have to spell this out for you.
I won't. We'll save that till we're off camera.
Yes, better move.
And then, yes. Quincy High School girls basketball coach Brad Dance joined us in studio. Hi, bud.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. It's always fun doing this.
We appreciate it. And you guys had a big weekend, a great win on Saturday. Got a big week ahead. A couple road trips later in the week. Three games in 3 days, including 2 road trips.
Yes.
Who put together your schedule?
Well, I knows me, but going into it, I was very excited about it this time of year. And I like I tell the girls, it's almost better to be playing games right now versus practicing, because we're not a great practice team, but when we come to games, it's just to turn it up.
Let's be honest. Who really wants to practice in February?
Yeah, I know. I agree. But
and again, you have to do it. You have to do those things. But in November, you're excited. It's time to get the season going. Maybe around Christmas, you're like, hey, we need to get back in the gear. You get to February, it's like, let's just go play, right?
Yeah, then that's what we do, because it's so this is a good part for this week, is to have 4 games. Unfortunately, all 4 are basically away. Fortunately, 2 of them are in Quincy with Tuesday and Friday, but then 2 Western Big Six games are on the road this weekend. So
I thought for a second you were going to turn into Allen Iverson about practice.
No.
For a good second. All right, Coach Dance, let's talk a little bit about your team. Where have you improved the most, particularly since about December, when you were kind of going through it a little bit? And I know the schedule was tough, but you were kind of crafting who you are now. What do you like about what's changed since then?
I just feel like we're even better than we were earlier in the year at sharing the basketball, and we just, the scoring is so evenly distributed. Everybody's like, oh, Jada's going to get hers. Jada does what Jada does. And it's like, well, you can't take that for granted. She's putting in 20 points every night, getting 10 rebounds. That's extraordinary for a high school kid to do that every night. Yep. But then you have Chloe scoring, 15, 13. Mia was huge on Saturday with 10 points. It was just, so we have different people. We have 6 girls that could score in double figures every night.
Well, I think people get the idea, and wrongly get the idea, okay, you're going to open a game, you're going to go down, you're going to throw the ball at Jada, she's going to score. That's just what you do. She's that good. But I know the games I've been to and some of the games I've watched online, it's like, okay, no. Hey, Madeline Hamby's going to knock down a 3 from the corner. Hey, Miley Longcourt is going to drive to the elbow and hit a jump shot. Cameron Byquist is just everywhere. It doesn't have to be Jada shouldering the load, does it?
No. And like you mentioned, Cam, she's probably one of our biggest assets or improvements for this year is, the energy she brings, the level of intensity she brings on both ends of the court. And she knows that Saturday she wasn't playing great in the first half, but like I told her at halftime, I said, you're the one that's getting these girls up before the game. I said, now they're getting you up. You have to respond. A year or 2 ago, she wouldn't have responded the way she did, but she came out and played very well in the second half, and part of the reason we won that game Saturday.
You're a blink away from regionals. What did Saturday do for self-affirmation with your group overall with that quality win?
It just kind of shows that we could play with different styles of basketball. We played the teams that are, more the finesse and, bring it up and set up an offense. or you have teams like Galesburg that want to helter-skelter and get after it defensively and then, really pressure the heck out of you and, make it quick on their offensive end. So there's going to be a lot of different styles that we're going to have to get used to, and, I think this is helping us.
We mentioned Saturday. It was a 45-38 victory over Galesburg.
Yes.
Galesburg, number 3 in the state in Class 3A coming in. You guys were tied for the lead in the Western Big Six. It's now yours. One game up on them. You just got to go finish it. Is that what you tell the girls? Hey, it's in your hands.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't, and that's what I tell them after the game, because I'm always the one that's not too high or not too low.
Right.
Everybody's hooting and hollering in the locker room, and I'm talking about, I'm very happy, but it's also, I don't want to share the title with Galesburg. Right. We have to close out business. Playing at Alleman's never easy. Playing at Sterling's never easy, and then we have UT at home, and so it's all winnable games, but we just have to make sure we take care of business. But the way our girls Saturday, the way they defended in that third quarter, giving up 2 points in a quarter to a top 3 team in the state was pretty impressive.
You're stepping down in class for those 2 non-conference games this week in terms of playing smaller opponents, but you've never been against that. I think, to your credit, you look for the best teams you can play, the schedule allows. What did the challenges of Quincy Notre Dame and a really good West Hancock team as well kind of do for the Blue Devils moving forward, Brad?
Well, it's, anytime that, we play Notre Dame, whether it's at our place or their place, it's going to be a good game. A year we may be favored to win, it's still going to be a dogfight. A year they're favored, it's still we're going to come out and compete. So it's great for the community, but it's also where we get out and we get to see how we do in kind of an adverse situation where, tomorrow we know that it's going to be loud there. They're going to, get on our kids and, we're going to be, I told them we'll be punched in the mouth. We just got to see how we respond. With West Hancock, I honestly haven't seen a lot on them. I will spend a lot of time on Wednesday and Thursday watching them, but I haven't seen a lot on them yet. I've got some tapes coming, but I know Jerry's done a great job with their program, and we saw them in the summer, and they're very much improved from the summer. Our biggest thing is if we come out and we can keep our girls on the court, by that I mean not the fouls and things like that, we're a pretty tough team to beat. When we don't and we have to maneuver some things and piece some things together, it gets a little bit tougher for our girls.
How important is it for you as a coach when you tell your girls one game at a time, focus on this opponent? I know you have to prepare a couple steps ahead, but like you said, you haven't done a lot of preparing yet or watching a film of West Hancock. You're taking it one game at a time.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to show them that? Like, hey, look, I'm here with you. One game at a time is how we have to approach it.
Well, and last week when we played Geneseo on Thursday, we started on Tuesday basically kind of going over some things. The girls didn't really know what we were doing, but we went over some things Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Friday we were able, okay, so now this is what they're going to do. This is what we talked about. Right. So when we do that, we did quite a bit today talking about what Notre Dame's going to try to do offensively, and we spent a ton of time. Coach Bergman and I spent a ton of time yesterday and today watching film, and then we'll do the rest of the week. But they know. I mean, I always say don't let the highs get too high or the lows get too low.
One of the great things I think about the way you're constructed is you have a point guard who's longer than most centers, and Chloe changes an awful lot and makes things really hard. When you're setting a tone, and you've coached a lot of different teams, just to have that length at a different position, how does that change the way you approach really good opponents this week and throughout the course of this season?
Well, it allows us to do different things with her because now we can, move her, maybe guard somebody down a little bit lower in the post once in a while that'll play kind of in and out. Or, sometimes when we go to the 1-2-2, we can mix it up and vary her starting at the top, have her drop quite a bit to the baseline, or we can have her start on the baseline, the bottom people. So, and the biggest thing with Chloe this year, the difference between last year and this year is that she can get to the hole. She could do that last year, but she was still a little bit hesitant to do that. This year, she can get to the hole when she needs to.
Do you ever forget that she's just a sophomore?
I have to remind people that all the time. I mean, if I showed you the video of her, there was another newscast today doing an interview, and they had a video of her doing it's just a naive 16, 15-year-old kid having fun. It's just your typical high school kid. Right. And that's what I got to tell people, because, every time she misses her first shot, the fans are overrated and all that. Yeah. And it's like, the kid's 15 years old, and, Michael Jordan doesn't make every shot either. So it's one of those things that it's definitely she has to mature a lot quicker than a lot of people because of the spotlight she's in. But I think for the most part, she's doing really well.
For as young as you are, though, your mental construct's pretty good, is it not?
Yeah, it is, because, well, these girls have played so much. I mean, these girls were pretty battle tested as freshmen and sophomores, and now this is their third time going through this. You know, I talked after the game Saturday that, you know, sophomore year we don't win that game because I don't feel that we were strong enough to be able to spread the ball, you know, spread the court out, make them defend, do what we wanted to do offensively. We would have just taken it and gone. And so we're maturing. It's, you know, it's still frustrating at times because it's not the perfect game, but it does get better.
As a guy who graduated from Quincy Notre Dame, do you enjoy going into the pit as an opposing coach?
I love it. I do. I really do. And I mean, because I've got a lot of friends there, a lot of, well, now that I'm getting older, but older people, even people older than me that, you know, hey, we're going to be there. We're going to be, I'm like, all right, well, I've got some royal blue shirts for you to wear. And no. But it's great because win or lose, you know, I'm going to have, you know, friends with them. And, you know, Eric and I get along really well. At the end of the day, it's just a high school game where when the ball goes up, we're both going to be competing.
From your standpoint, you know, and I'm going to give you a chance to sell a little bit because I still think at this point, even with one Division I offer, Jada Brown is under-recruited based on who she is.
There's no doubt.
And the skill set she has. What don't college coaches see about her or know about her at this point, Brad, that finally bridges that gap and gets her probably the attention she deserves?
It's starting to pick up quite a bit more now. And the thing is, it's... you know, she's stretching her game now a little bit more, and that's what's making a huge difference for her. And, you know, she's always, you know, there was a coach that told, and it was a coach that has offered her this year, but it was, you know, we want to see her game expand a little bit. And, you know, she works on that in the offseason. There was, you know, and working with her footwork, but she's, you know, if she's 6'2", 6'3", you know, I've got 2 Power 4 players on the team, and then I get fired if I lose a game.
But they're as good as Chloe Nicholson and Jada Brown are, and the recruiting interest they're drawing. Miley Longcore is going to be a college player. Madeline Hamby's already committed to play in college. I think Cameron Byquist could be as well. Like, you've got kids that love the game and are invested in the game. How much does that help you as a coach just enjoy that moment because they're so into it?
It makes it a lot of fun because you know that even, and I tell them, you know, Saturday, I said I know we're not great practice kids, and that's why I get frustrated when we leave practice. I said, but you guys bring it to the game. And like you're talking about Cam, she's one of the most under-recruited kids in the area right now. That girl is good, and she's starting to get more interest, and so that part is good too. And that's kind of the fun part for me. I've talked to, met, and tried to sell our girls to so many of these different coaches and things like that, that's almost like a full-time job as well.
You've played this incredible schedule. I mean, you've gone to shootouts, you've gotten attention, you've done all of this stuff, and I think it serves you really well in a couple of weeks when you're there. What's the biggest thing you need to see improved now between, you know, this week and the start of regionals, Brad, that gives you a chance to get through that slog? Because nobody faces a tougher meat grinder of a postseason than you guys do.
Yeah, and we know that going into it, but we've got to continue to create our identity as a team where we share the basketball. We can't just rely on, you know, when the going gets tough, we can't just, Jada's got to bail us out. We've got to be able to play through physical. I mean, when you play those Metro East teams, especially down there, it's going to be an extremely physical game. It's going to be really similar to games like we played Saturday. So I'm hoping games like that really benefit us down the road.
You are a fan of the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Is there anything from watching them, from seeing what they do to win championships outside of the financial part,
the talent that there is in the planet?
You can't do that.
Chris.
But are there any lessons that you take from watching them win championships that you can instill in your girls?
Their professional approach. They just come out day in and day out and do, you know, even like Dave Robertson, you know, the people at the beginning of the year wanted him fired. And I might have been one of them, but because the way I thought they were playing and stuff, and he just kept staying the course. And that's what I tell the girls, you know, it's a long season, it's a process, you know, we're going to have bumps along the road. We just got to make sure that one or two don't turn into a bunch of them.
I'm not following up your Southern California
Okay,
questions.
I didn't know where you were going to go.
Chris, do you have a baseball team?
I don't have a baseball team per se, although I will probably be a Milwaukee Brewer fan for the rest of my
there you
life
go.
now, courtesy of my my cousin's son. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so looking forward to that.
So when Brandon Sproat pitches against the Los Angeles Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani
By the
takes
way,
him into, like, out of the stadium, and you get a text from Coach Nance, how are you going to respond?
Probably poorly. And probably not in a
I would
way
never-
or
I would
manner.
never do that to you.
Yeah, not in a manner I can repeat here, but by text. By the way, it just gives me agita thinking of trying to face that lineup.
Yeah.
Where do you get the out?
You don't.
No, you don't.
We did the best, maybe the only Christmas present Tracy and I've ever gotten from our kids was Cardinal Dodgers tickets this May.
Oh,
that's
very
pretty
nice.
cool.
Tyler orchestrated that, didn't he? Or did Alex?
I'm not sure because he's in 20 years. I don't think he's ever gotten us a gift. It's always in the mail, is what he tells me.
Okay, so
Alex and Caitlin.
Alex
I
and
think, had a lot to
Caitlin,
do with it.
yeah.
He and my brother-in-law.
So I do have my JJ Wetterhold hat.
There you
so
go.
it's on it's there on the desk.
I
Thanks
remember
to your
that day,
boys.
yes.
So that's cool. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Anytime, I enjoy it.
You got a big week ahead of you.
We do. It'll be fun.
It will be. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Pit.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That's Quincy High School girls basketball coach Brad Dance joining us here in the CDS Office Technology Studio. Blue Devils 4 games this week, including two appearances at the Pit. So we'll see plenty of them this week. Looking forward to that. Make sure you stick around. We're going to talk more Superfan Shootout. Grant Superdon, the Illini West coach, is going to be joining us next. So stick with us. This is Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, Healthful Inc., Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Does the thought of retirement overwhelm you? You are not alone. For over 25 years, Benson Financial Group has helped people just like you craft a plan to retire with purpose. Call us today in Quincy and Hannibal.
For 135 years, State Street Bank has stood as a pillar of trust and stability in Quincy, Illinois. For generations, families have trusted State Street Bank to be part of their biggest moments. We look forward to the future with gratitude and excitement. Thank you for being part of our journey. State Street Bank, 135 years of banking you can trust.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. Trained craftsmen and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
Not sure you're ready for retirement? With over 25 years of experience, the team at Benson Financial Group will meet you right where you are and craft a plan that's right for you. Call us today in Quincy and Hannibal.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, live from the CDS Office Technology Studios in downtown Quincy.
Well, welcome to hour number 2 on this beautiful Monday night. I'm Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman. He's Muddy River Sports director Chris Dewar. This is Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply. We're having a lot of fun in here tonight, talking Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout.
We have taken care of the Quincy portion
Yes.
in our first hour and really good guests, in Ari Bueller and also Brad Dance.
Yep. Well, now we're going to shift gears to the Hancock County portion of it. Now, in the last couple of weeks we had Jaden Clymer from West Hancock on the show, talked a little bit about the shootout and how well West Hancock's been playing. We had Cooper Knowles on the show. Now we had Wesley Robertson on the show from Illini West.
Yes, we did.
Well, now we're going to go to his athletic director and the Illini West girls basketball coach, Grant Supernaut, joining us on the Hess Auto Agency Hotline. Grant, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We are wonderful. We're looking forward to the Superfan Shootout coming up this weekend. Your team will be here. Your Illini West boys will be here. How much fun is it going to be for the Illini West contingent to come to the pit and play a couple games?
I think it's going to be great. We've been able to play in that shootout previously when I first started coaching here, and we were able to get back into it. So I'm looking forward to it. I know Coach Kimmel as well, along with our fans and our players. So it's going to be a great day of basketball, and we're happy to be there.
There's not just the basketball, Grant. There's sort of the summit to it all, I should say. Both your fan bases are there for a lot of the day. People stay and watch other basketball games. I know what a basketball junkie you are. How much fun is it just to not just have your own thing, but to be part of something larger in terms of this shootout?
Oh, I love it. Anytime that you get to play in a big shootout like what you guys are hosting this Saturday, to compete with the boys and the girls and our fan base, they always like to go do double headers, and then just be able to watch basketball after that. There's a lot of good basketball games on the boys and girls side that Saturday. So it's a great ticket, and it's going to be a great opportunity for us on the girls side and also for our boys team.
Well, and Grant, you'll be taking on the Pittsfield girls 11 a.m. Saturday. Your team has made progress.
Yes.
And you've had some ups and downs, but it seems like you're finding your footing better as we get into February. What have you liked about the progress of your team?
Well, I think, after the Lady Tiger Classic, we really sat down as a team and really focused on, the things that we need to focus on the second half of the season and to have success. And I thought, defensively, we were getting to where we needed to be, but we needed to do a little more things as a unit. Offensively, playing so many different types of rotation, young players, older players, we're starting to get in the groove of it. So I've been really happy and understanding that it was going to be a process this season. But the girls have done a really good job of carrying over from practice into the game. And we've played a lot of good teams the second half of the season, and we've been in every game minus the QND game and the West Hancock game. I mean, those two teams are really, really good in that. But a lot of basketball we played left. It's hard to believe that we only got 2 weeks left in the regionals. But I think we're starting to turn the page, and I think we're starting to figure out. So that's a good sign.
Grant, I got a chance to see you against Quincy Notre Dame, and I know you weren't pleased with the start of that game with your execution, but I thought your girls showed an awful lot of chin and just never really backed down. That part has become a better piece for you, just the fight, has it not?
Yeah, early on in the year when we would get down, we kind of just would fold and we wouldn't fight back. The second half of the season, we're starting to stick our nose in. We're starting to battle and understand, look, whether we're up, down, it doesn't really matter. We need to compete. And that's the thing that's going to prepare us for the postseason. I mean, you look at our schedule. We play a good schedule every single year for a reason. We want to play Quincy Notre Dame. We want to play the West Hancocks. We want to play good teams because it's going to prepare you for the postseason. Our record might not be where we want it to be, but I know we've been battle tested, and I know when we show up, we can win a lot of basketball games.
I know when you and I chatted at the Beardstown Lady Tiger Classic, you had expectations and hopes that this was going to be the case. And I think one of the keys to that is the way you guys have shot the basketball. How has your three-point shooting improved?
It has. It's improved the second half of the season. Lainey Housewright has really come along as a senior. Last year as a junior, she really was kind of a role player, but she had her best basketball game in the regional semifinal against Central Southeastern. And it took her a little bit to kind of get her feet wet the senior year, but the second half of the season, she's shooting the basketball a lot better. And, that's just a credit to her as a senior and understanding it's a long season and working off the court, not just in practices. We got 2 freshmen in Addie Carlisle and Maya Shutwell who have been making some threes for us and shooting the basketball with a lot more confidence as well. So, having those 3 make shots, and then you got Kennedy Gunning inside out for us, that's a good recipe for success. So hopefully we can continue to make shots and get over that hump and continue to have some success.
All things considered on Saturday, it's a neutral site. There should be a big crowd. I know Pittsfield is a program that is trying to rebound from an unimaginable tragedy, but it's also a program that showed some growth in its own right. Sophie Gangler has played as well as just about anybody at this point for a lot of people. Does this have a little bit of an early regional round feel to it for you? And is there value to your team from that and getting kind of a dress rehearsal for what's to come?
Absolutely. We're going to treat it as a neutral site. We're playing opponent. We're going to treat it as, this is our first round of regionals, against a team that we know coming in that hasn't had as many wins as they would prefer, but they're going to come in aggressively and they're going to be ready to play. So, we're going to prepare like it's the postseason, because we know a week from Saturday, that's when the regional actually does start. So it's great to get on a neutral site. It's always good to play at the pit. The environment's going to be really well. And that was one thing that, when I talked to Coach Cannell was like, look, if you have openings for the boys and girls, we would love to get back just because of the atmosphere, the crowd, playing someone that we don't see every year. And it just worked out, and we're really happy and thankful that we're able to get back into this shootout.
I know on game night, as the athletic director at Illini West, sometimes you have like 700 things you have to attend to. It kind of takes your attention away from what's going on in the gym sometimes. But how much fun was that atmosphere last Friday night when Quincy Notre Dame and your Illini West boys went head to head?
Oh, it was fun. It was a great atmosphere for both teams. We knew coming in that with them being number 1, they were going to travel well. And we knew that, we're playing good basketball as of late. And we knew it was going to be a big crowd. We were able to open up the stage. We got new bleachers up there and had our student section. That's something we haven't done this year. And just sitting back, I was able to take a video and some pictures of it. And I'm just like, this is high school athletics. This is something that we haven't had in Carthage in at least 4 years, because the last time we had a big crowd like that was when, Katie Kirkham was a senior, Abby Schreck was a junior, and they were number 1. We were number 3. I think you were at that game, Chuck.
I was.
And it was packed, just like that atmosphere. Great game. Of course, we ended up losing by 2 to QND, but that's high school sports. And that's a game that I think both communities are going to remember, the players are going to remember, the coaches and the fans. So it was great atmosphere. It was fun to be a part of, and just kind of sitting back and just soaking it all in. It was great.
If I remember correctly from that night, the heating wasn't working as well as it should have there in the gym, but there were so many people in there you didn't know it.
Yeah, that was one of those days I think I might have got a phone call from Coach Cannell, be like, hey, I heard the heat might not be working very well. And I said, well, at the end of the day, I knew that there was going to be a lot of people in here. And it warmed up, I think, by halftime of the JV game, and it did not feel cold at all. But since then, we got heat in our gym. We got air conditioning, so all is good in Carthage.
Grant, your guys as athletic director, have you yet screwed up the courage to demand a raise for being smart enough to hire Blaze Kimmel before anybody else had ever heard of him?
It was kind of funny. Coach Kimmel and I, we joke all the time about that. In that process of finding a coach, it's hard to find coaches in general, let alone good people. And, it just kind of worked out where I got an email one day. I opened it up. I'm like, okay, who's this Blaze Kimmel? Where is he from? His age. And I kind of took a step back. I was like, wow, there's a lot of similarities in him and myself when I started to coach. So I'm like, I called him up, had him come down. And, I was like, I think this is the guy. I think to turn around the program is, someone that loves basketball, is passionate about it. Of course, when you hire him, there's some people like in the community like, well, is he really going to stay? Is he, he's never been a head coach. I just said, just be patient. There's something good that's going to come out of it. And, the boys basketball program has turned around. and he's doing a great job in that. So we're really lucky to have him, not only as our coach, but as a teacher. And the sky's the limit for that program and for athletics in general at Illini West.
And just a fun guy to chat with. Like you and I have sat on the tailgate at some football games, and he's joined us, and it just fun to chat with.
Yeah, and that's the type of people you want as coaches in your athletic department. You want coaches that are going to be talkative to people, that are passionate about the sport that they coach, but also, go up to have a conversation with people. And I feel like we have that across the board in our athletic department with coaches, and that. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the success that they continue to have, and also look to see where the program reaches.
What you don't have at this point, Grant, though, is a head football coach. And I think in your guys as athletic director, this is a very hard time to hire that position just within the sport. I know you can't reveal a lot of details, but kind of where are you in the process? I know you've done at least one interview. Kind of where are you at this point?
Mm-hmm. We're in the first rounds of the interview process. We've gotten a lot more applicants in regards to the first time that we were looking for a head coach. So it's heading in the right direction. The one thing that I will say is, we're gonna try to find the right person just for the program, but also that fits our school and what we're looking for, our vision in athletics and also school. So it's a process. I get a lot of people ask me questions about that, and I go back to, look, we just need to take our time, and I want to make sure that we find the right person for the job, and I feel like we will. But again, it goes back to that patience and just finding the right person.
Well, you look at some of your hires, you've done a good job of that in other sports. It'll happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And again, and like I said, it's hard to find coaches in general these days. I think a lot of schools struggle with that just because it's a lot of time consuming. It's a different era in regards to coaching style and things like that. So I'm confident that we will find the right fit. I mean, we did it for boys basketball. We did it for our softball. I mean, we did it for baseball. So it will happen. I truly believe that.
Well, good luck with that. Good luck getting your team through this week. And we look forward to seeing both you and Blaze Kimmel's team on Saturday at the Superfan Shootout.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you guys in that, and thank you for having me on.
And if for some reason you veer to Bloomington on your way to Quincy for whatever reason, or to Springfield, you can bring Portillo's with you if you want.
Oh, yeah. Chuck, we need another trip. I think Dewar would like to join us as well.
Yes,
so
please.
Hopefully we can do that sometime soon, because that's our spot when we go to Bloomington, you and I.
That's right. We'll do that again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Grant, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yep. Thank you for having me. See ya.
That was Illini West girls basketball coach and athletic director Grant Supernaut. Thank you. You beat me to the punch of bringing up the football job. I'm glad you did, because people have been asking, who's it going to be?
You know what that history is
Exactly.
in that community, with the different schools that have fed in, and there's a lot of interest in that. And again, our culture is better when Illini West football is good.
Yes.
Just in general. So a lot of interest there. We'll see what shakes down eventually.
Right.
He hit the nail on the head. It is going to be a process.
It is, but they'll get it done. I think what we've seen at Illini West with the coaches that have been hired, they get the right guy. It takes time, but
Sure.
they get the right guy, and that's what you want. And as soon as they know, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back, I got a football recruiting question for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Excellent.
So make sure you stick around. This is Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Area Distributors is a provider of products and services in the restaurant environment, the school environment, the factory environment, the office environment, and in the healthcare settings.
That's the value of Area Distributors, is that we help our customers out by providing them more product as one distributor.
I can tell you, if you call us and have a need, you're going to get timely response.
It's all about passion.
For the best deals on snacks and drinks, you may not think of Farm & Home Supply as your first choice, but my hungry friend, I'm here to prove you wrong. Here are the best deals before kickoff. We got kitchen cooked chips, they're only 2 for $5, all the different flavors. This big tub of cheese balls, everybody loves cheese balls, they're only $4.99. Different flavors of Dots pretzels, from original to buffalo, they're only $5.99. We got 24-pack Pepsis and Mountain Dew, all different flavors, only $11.99. Plus, look at that on-package coupon. If you're looking for something a little healthier, we got bubbler drinks, 6-packs, they're only 2 for $10.
Find all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
My philosophy in pediatrics is definitely prevention, early intervention, and advocacy. Being an advocate for my patients is one of the main reasons why I got into pediatrics in the first place. I like working close with families and being able to empower moms, especially first-time moms, or empower any caregiver. MDH Peds gives that family-centered care. My name is Leilani Segura, and I am a pediatrician at McDonough Districts Hospital.
Welcome back to Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm & Home Supply. Matt Schuckman, Chris Stewart from the CDS Office Technology Studio right here in downtown Quincy.
My mind boggles. I hear you have a recruiting question for me.
I do. Okay, so Wednesday is National Signing Day on the college football front. We've seen a rush of tweets and Facebook posts and stuff of guys getting offers, guys making commitments. Is there one player out there that hasn't committed, or you're going, where's he going to end up? Is there somebody that intrigues you that you haven't heard about yet?
Wow, that's a great question at this point. I'm trying to go through my mind right now because
I have one.
Because one of the ones I was sitting on was Aiden Scott, who I thought had such a great year for Hannibal this year, all-stater, and where's he going to end up? And he made his pledge, last weekend to Quincy University.
He did.
And I thought, well, that's a perfect fit. So I'm trying to think if there's one out there that is off radar.
There's one for me. Okay. Because he's not going to play at the college level, the position he's known for at the high school level.
Okay.
And that would be Sawyer Allen, the Unity Payson quarterback/linebacker who may be a defensive back in college. He may be a wide receiver. He might be a tight end. He was on a visit to Quincy University this past weekend.
Okay.
He is not, as far as I know, no commitment, nothing announced. I don't know where he might go.
It's a really good one.
But I'm curious where he'll end up and how he fits at the next level.
Well, you could play him numerous positions.
He could. And what I love about him is you bring in a guy that's going to work hard, from a great family, and as tough as nails.
Oh, he is that.
And that toughness piece, I think, is the piece when you look at guys, you go, okay, how do they fit in? Are they tough? If he's tough, if he works hard, we'll find a spot for him. He'll find a spot on the field if he works his butt off and he's tough. And that's Sawyer Allen in a nutshell.
I would agree on all fronts. I'd love to see what he is, just based on the fact that he was this freak of nature at Unity Payson, playing quarterback, which he won't play at the next level.
He won't.
We'll disavow that. But he could be an H-back. He could be a tight end. He could be a safety. He could bulk up and play linebacker.
He could.
He's a very physical talent. And now that you say that, I do have a kid in mind whose future I'd like to know.
Okay, who's that?
Drew Watson.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that's one that I haven't had any tabs on lately.
Right.
And he may go basketball. He may do other things.
Right.
But he's an intriguing kid.
I would agree with that. What intrigues me about Sawyer Allen, especially when I found out that he was taking a visit to Quincy University.
Okay.
You look at Elijah Gennebacher, who has fit in really well there. Again, small town kid, tough kid, great family. found a fit and is excelling. And I'm not trying to compare the two, but if you look at the makeup, there's another kid that is very similar that went on to be an All-American at Quincy University, and Cody Leonard.
Yeah, you're talking about WIVC tough.
Yes, and that's what Sawyer Allen reminds me of. And, you know, you don't know how it's going to play out wherever he goes.
I love
but I'm intrigued.
I love the fact that Jason Kilday, where past Quincy University regimes would reject the small school kid on premise.
Right.
I don't need any 190-pound guards, I think was the famous quote back in the day.
Yes.
But, you know, you found really meaningful WIVC kids within, you know, that have excelled at Quincy University.
And there's some there that didn't even see the field this year.
Yeah.
That were scout team guys because they were redshirt freshmen.
Right.
That are going to see the field in the future. There might be a Calhoun kid in that mix.
Yes.
There might be a Quincy High kid in that mix. So you start going, okay, I just, you know, it's going to be an interesting makeup.
I only assume you're talking about Tykel Hammers on the Quincy High front because I've heard some glowing reports about his off-season preparations and all things.
Yes. So I'm very excited about what, and you know.
And that is a huge need for the Hawks.
As he said many times last fall on the sideline, because I was on the sideline for all home games.
Yeah.
And the redshirt freshmen kind of hung out with me.
Yes, they did.
So I don't know how many times.
You had your own entourage over there.
I don't know how many times I heard Tykel remind all of those other redshirt freshmen, that's my quarterback.
Yeah.
And Braden Little. And that connection, to see that at the next level and knowing how well Tykel did just as a true freshman in practice, and he knew he was redshirting from the start, but his work ethic, his commitment to it, sky's the limit for that kid.
Sometimes missing out on something you love, even for a brief season, refocuses and resets things. And a refocused, reset Tykel Hammers is going to be a dangerous man, I fear, in the GLVC.
I think from talking with Jason Kilday, the head QU football coach, I think come Wednesday that signing class is going to be somewhere in the 30 to 40 range.
Okay.
Probably looking at 8 to 10 transfers. I know they've got some transfers on the offensive line.
Which they desperately
need. I'm anxious to see what they do, how they address some needs at wide receiver. Because I think on the offensive side, and build some depth in the offensive backfield.
I actually had that conversation with Coach Kilday on Sunday, just about, hey, have you remedied the idea that maybe you didn't have enough depth at running back last year? And I think he has. I think that's the indication going into all of this.
So
not with any names, obviously, because he can't reveal any of that stuff. But asking in generalities, that was one of the things that he addressed.
Now, we had a lot of our high-level D1 kids
already out.
Already signed. They've already done their paperwork. They've done all that stuff. So
the Hoskins and Dolmans of the world.
Yes. So we'll have a few signings on Wednesday, but it's going to be real intriguing to see how Quincy University's recruiting class shapes up. What additions to like WIU's recruiting class there are. What's Culver Stockton going to do? Because they had a better year this past year.
They did.
And so will that momentum carry over to the recruiting side of things?
Well, and I think that's something that Tom Sally has made a real, especially on the local side. It matters to him to start getting some of these local kids that he has just missed on the last couple of years. So I think his focus, and one of the things we've seen with Tom is when something bugs him, he takes it over.
Yeah.
So that's an important kind of pivot point for Culver Stockton.
Yeah, so again, we'll have some coverage coming up later this week of signing day. I'm going to spend some time with Coach Kilday on Wednesday and break down that class. I know you got some signings to go to on Wednesday, so we're going to try to get you completely covered. So make sure you check that out on Thursday on our website, muddyriversports.com. Because it's interesting. And I think the success, for me specifically, looking at the success of Quincy University the last 2 years, winning seasons, back-to-back years in Kilday's first 2 years, what's next? How do they build for the next? This is the building block for the next.
Well,
and we'll see.
As you've said numerous times, some of the growing pains they had to endure this year were done with the idea of where are we next year or the year after.
Yep. And so I think there's a lot to look forward to there.
I would agree. I'm excited about Wednesday. I always enjoy that.
Yeah, me too. And there's a lot to look forward to this week. And there's something fun to look back at from last week. A couple things to look back at.
Two really good highlights.
And then when we come back, we're going to wrangle something up.
I think I'm ready to wrangle.
Let's wrangle. So make sure you stick around. This is Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Does the thought of retirement overwhelm you? You are not alone. For over 25 years, Benson Financial Group has helped people just like you craft a plan to retire with purpose. Call us today in Quincy and Hannibal.
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
Small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes, from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in this state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
Ready to retire on your terms? At Benson Financial Group, it's about more than money. It's about purpose. With over 25 years of experience, our team works together to craft a plan that fits your goals and values in Quincy and Hannibal.
Are you as excited as we are that football season is back? Then you need to make Jersey's your one-stop destination for mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, and all your local sporting events. So gather your crew and speed over to one of Jersey's 2 locations, 109 East Jefferson and Camp Point, or 115 East Main Street, Mount Sterling. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
We love beer!
Chris Dewar, how's the highlight wrangler treating you these days?
Been really, really good. Got her all cleaned up and shined up for the big showdown this weekend.
Well, we've got a lot going on this week. The Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout. The Wrangler will be there.
The Wrangler will be there and clean.
The Shuck Truck will be there.
The Shuck Truck is always present.
We got a big week ahead, but that doesn't mean we didn't have a great week last week of chasing down stories and highlights, including a big game with a couple of big men in it, where the biggest play was made by little brother.
It was indeed nicely set up,
Thank
dude.
you.
Not Jackson Clark.
No,
Jalen Clark
Jalen
was
Clark.
the hero at the end of this game. And, basically a game that went to overtime between West Hancock and Keokuk at the Wright Field House. A game that, and let's face it, you and I talked about this game a lot.
Right.
And we said, it can't possibly live up to the hype. Boy, did it live up to the hype.
Well, and I think after the girls' game, West Hancock kind of ran away from Keokuk. It was like, okay, what's going to happen in the boys' game? Is it going to be similar? No, it wasn't. It was tooth and nail all the way.
It was.
Great game. Great atmosphere, too.
Unbelievable atmosphere. Probably as packed as I've seen the Wright Fieldhouse in a long, maybe 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane in there.
So, that game goes to overtime.
Thanks to Kyler Bielman, who played really well at that.
He did.
All the eyes are on the Stars. Kyler Bielman with two big shots down the stretch to send us to overtime.
So you go to overtime. Somebody's got to make a play like one side or the other. And everybody thinks it's either on the West Hancock side, it's going to be Cooper Knowles or Hunter Froman.
Yep.
On the Keokuk side, the ball's going to Jackson Clark.
He already had 39 points.
He's the biggest guy on the floor.
Why wouldn't you feed him?
Why wouldn't you feed him? Oh, wait a minute. No. We got somebody else.
Jalen wants to make an appearance. So Jalen Clark had his moment, and it is the best highlight we wrangled up this week.
Here you go.
I think it's fun that Jackson Clark was as fired up for Jalen and for the win as Jalen was at that point.
God. He was pumped, wasn't he?
Well, you remember last time they played, Jackson Clark did not play at all well, and he heard about it.
Yes, he did.
39 points was a good answer.
And that's what happens when you're a focal point of everybody's attention and you don't have a great night. you're going to hear about it. Unfortunately, that's life. That's
every business, everything you do, you're going to have an off day.
Right.
It's how you respond.
And he responded in a big way. I think this is the first year of the Anthony Potratz era.
Yes.
And I think he's doing a really good job. Yes, he's blessed with the big man in the middle. Take nothing away from that. But I think you're seeing other guys. You talked to Kyle Bielman.
Yes, Bielman.
Bielman. Thank you. But I think that
it's not easy to say, dude.
Not when I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
So
Tyler Bielman is good.
Because I keep wanting to call him Kyle, not Kyler.
Yes, no, I get it.
Sorry, Kyler. I apologize.
Yeah, no, he's good.
And but the other pieces have come along, and I think when Zach Summers stepped down and they hired Potratz as the head coach, I think some people were like, wait a minute,
wasn't he just in high school?
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Didn't we just watch him play?
Exactly. But he seems like he's got his head on straight.
He does, and I think that was the biggest win of his career to date, fairly to say. And he was, afterwards, he was nervous and excited and like the kids were. So I think sometimes young energy translates. And you're right. I think to some degree, we've seen Keokuk's confidence grow as the season's gone on with these wins after taking 2 big punches in the nose to some pretty good teams. They've gotten better, and that's the sign of a good coach. So, there's another name to add to the list of young coaches starting to make a mark.
Yep.
Anthony Potratz has done a tremendous job there. And I know Jalen Clark had the big basketball moment. His future, unlike his brothers, is probably going to be football because he's one of the better looking tight end prospects around. And Coach McNutt's going to throw that football around.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
He likes his receivers and tight ends.
Yes, and any coach that throws the ball to the tight end, especially at the high school level,
you're a fan.
Oh, big fan.
Yes.
So love to see that. But there is the best highlight we wrangled up this week. We bring that to you every week, brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company.
I love it, but it's not the only highlight we've got.
No, we got another one coming up, but we're going to take a break. When we come back, we need to run through the Superfan Shootout schedule.
Good idea.
And then we'll get to shuck them up.
Bring out the oink dust.
So we'll be back in just a moment with more Superfan Shootout breakdown right here on Monday Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships? It's the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Meet us at the Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
The home of Quincy's best cheeseburger is now under new ownership. All our time-tested menu items, along with some great new additions, all cooked on our perfectly seasoned grill, are waiting for you.
New wings and new sauces.
Ice cold buckets at some of the best prices in town.
Or even in a frosted mug.
Corner bar comfort for your favorite game on 7 big screens. Or play your own game and win big.
The Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
For 135 years, State Street Bank has stood as a pillar of trust and stability in Quincy, Illinois. For generations, families have trusted State Street Bank to be part of their biggest moments. We look forward to the future with gratitude and excitement. Thank you for being part of our journey. State Street Bank, 135 years of banking you can trust.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, live from the CDS Office Technology Studios in downtown Quincy.
While we're sitting here tonight, I've been getting some text messages, people curious about tickets.
Okay.
You know, there are tickets available for the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout coming up Friday and Saturday. And we're giving away free tickets.
We still are.
So there's a trivia question posted to our Facebook page. It'll be posted to our X page. All you gotta do is comment underneath it with an answer. I know it's a little harder one than the first two, but I think somebody will come up with it.
Show your work. Leave a remainder.
I don't care if you cheat to come up with the answer.
We don't care if you cheat.
We
We
just
want somebody to get free tickets.
And we're going to give away free tickets even if nobody comes up with the answer.
Okay, closest.
You know, yeah, somebody's getting tickets.
We're Price is Righting this thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm all about getting people in the seats and getting people a great basketball experience this weekend.
Well, and I think the schedule sets up to deliver exactly that.
I do too. And again, that's what we want to go to. We're going to talk about the schedule beginning with Friday night's action.
Okay.
Everything is at Quincy Notre Dame at the Pit. That is the host school for this event, has been now for a quarter century.
Yes.
And for as long as we hope they continue doing it, we want to be a partner in it.
We do.
We're going to keep it going. So let's break down Friday night schedule in the Superfan Shootout. Beginning with the first game out of the gate at 5 o'clock Friday night, the West Hancock girls against Quincy High School.
Two girls teams playing extremely well. I think you've got a pair of Coach of the Year girls candidates leading each of those teams to this point. And this is the Super Bowl for West Hancock in some respects, because if you beat a Quincy High,
you're beating a 4A school.
You're beating a 4A school and proving that you're better than just your station, especially in the state rankings at this point.
Without a doubt. Followed up by the Quincy Notre Dame girls taking on Clopton at 6:30.
Undefeated Clopton, and if you have not seen Charlie Spoonster throw a basketball around the floor,
good.
She's
good.
She passes like nobody's business.
We're throwing the proper English out of the equation. She good.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I can't argue with any of that.
But so is the point guard on the other team too.
Yeah, she's pretty okay as well.
Yeah,
the one going to Quincy University next year. Yeah,
the one who was a guest earlier tonight, right here on Monday Night Lights.
That's a great point guard battle.
That's one of the top head-to-head battles in the entire shootout.
It is, and I talked a little bit about head-to-heads that I was looking forward to see in Tourisms this week.
Wow, there's a little plug for later this week.
A little later this week.
I like that. And then we'll cap Friday night, the Quincy Notre Dame boys taking on Jefferson City Elias. That game's scheduled to start around 8 o'clock.
Joe Rothweiler's team is just 9-9 on the season, but they are very, very deep.
Yep.
They have a lot of pieces, and Kevin Hillman's nephew, I believe, is on that team. Really good 6'3" shooting guard at Elias. So a little local tie-in as well.
There
for
you
this
go.
area.
All right, that's our Friday night slate. Let's move on to the Saturday slate. Starting at 9:30 in the morning, Camp Point Central girls taking on Mexico.
Camp Point Central girls starting to play a little better basketball right now.
Without a doubt.
Seeing some Agnes Genenbacher stuff that's been very, very fun of late.
Yep.
That's a good way to start the morning.
I do. And then you're going to follow that up with the Pittsfield girls taking on Illini West. Pittsfield girls, by the way, earlier tonight beat Camp Point Central 41-39.
That's a huge
just
win.
Got that score. So.
Huge win for Coach Mendenhall and company. And again, they're trending in the right direction.
They are. We're going to follow that up with the Liberty boys against Illini West around 12:30.
Liberty mired in a bit of a losing streak right now, trying to break out tonight as we speak against a West Prairie team that's won like a billion games in a row all of a sudden.
And a tough week for Liberty because they got Brown County this week as well.
Holy cow, that's a lot of really good opponents.
Yeah, so, and then our first half of the day wraps up with a really good boys matchup. Jacksonville Route against West Hancock.
So, when we were first pitching this last year, about this time last year, kind of had to convince Jeff Dahl. Jeff Dahl went and saw Route play just before him in Washington at the Kevin Brown Memorial.
Right.
And we didn't have to convince him anymore.
Good.
I mean, Bryson Mossman, you've got a legitimate 6'8" center and Adam Abel who's going to try to do his best against Cooper Knowles. And that's a fun pairing as well inside. So
I'm excited. I haven't seen much of West Hancock in person this year.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Hunter Froman.
You are going to see Hunter Froman and Bryson Mossman likely heads up. Those are two fun players.
Okay, that's the first half of our Saturday slate. Let's go to the back half of the Saturday slate. Mexico boys against Brown County.
Keep waiting for Brown County. I think that's a team that has as much potential as anybody.
I agree.
And Mexico is super athletic.
Our one game in the entire thing that doesn't have an area team in our coverage area, Byron against the Centralia girls, should be a whale of a game.
Battle of all-state point guards in that one, and the Gohering girl from Byron, who just scored her 2,000th career point.
That's correct.
Two-time All-Stater, I believe, and she started as a freshman for Byron.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that Centralia team we've seen this year.
It's coming off a loss to Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Which, a little surprising.
But
Although, I mean, those are two phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you like girls basketball high caliber, I think all the Q&D girls will be there and likely rooting against Centralia.
Maybe so. And then they play right after them. The Q&D girls take on Brown County at 6:30.
What a fun setup that is.
Yeah, that's going to be great. You've got a team that's currently ranked 3rd in Class 1A in the state against a team that's ranked 7th, I believe, in Class 3A in Quincy, Notre Dame.
Yes.
What a great matchup. And then we wrap it all up with the undefeated #1 ranked team in the state, the Quincy Notre Dame boys, taking on Clopton.
A Clopton team that just got upset both, Bowling Green and a really good Van Far team to get to the championship of the Bowling Green tournament this past weekend. So Clopton's playing its best basketball of the year.
So it's a fun lineup. Again, we'll be at the pit Friday night, all day Saturday. Come on out.
Are you
Tickets
still
are
making
available.
breakfast?
I am.
I love this.
So, I didn't realize, again, I helped put all this together in terms of stuff as we did this back in September and for press release purposes and all that stuff. I thought we were starting a little earlier than 9:30. I realized I have a little more time in the morning to get breakfast done before we come out there.
You're going to value that time, I can guarantee you.
I usually get up, so my typical schedule is work some on Friday night, then get up Saturday morning, put the website together, make sure everything's there, make sure everything's loaded.
Yeoman's work putting the website together.
Then I typically go take a nap before the rush of Saturday. There won't be any nap this Saturday.
No, there's no nap and there's no break for anybody on Saturday.
So,
we're going.
But if you see me disappear somewhere, come to the library or somewhere and see if I'm taking a nap. I don't think that'll happen.
No, I don't think you'll have the chance. But if you do, it's all good.
Or if you see me disappear outside in the middle of a game, I may be putting the seat in the truck back and reclining.
Some combination of you, me, and Shane will be there, guaranteed.
I'm going to be there for all 8.
I'll poke you if I need to.
No, there will be no need. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a great weekend. And again, we got some fun things playing. We got some fun things playing throughout the week. Obviously, the trivia questions and the ticket giveaways have been great so far. So
they have been. We appreciate all the response and the support.
Without a doubt. So
again, one ticket price buys you admittance to all 11 games. Come and see as much or as little as you want. If you want to take a break in the middle of the day, go grab lunch at one of the wonderful places here in town.
Right.
Tell them we sent you. And then, come on back and watch the games you want. That's the fun of this.
It's great basketball, and we're really looking forward to it. But we've had some great basketball leading up to this.
We have.
And we had a shot last week from a freshman who knocked one in at the buzzer in a big week for her team that ended with a title. And she shucked him up.
She did shuck him up. What did you think the first time you saw that highlight, my man?
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing as it was happening.
Yeah, so I'm excited to share that with everyone because Shuck 'em Up is coming up next.
Boom.
Make sure you stick with us. This is Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary healthcare. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Meet us at the Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
The home of Quincy's best cheeseburger is now under new ownership. All our time-tested menu items, along with some great new additions, all cooked on our perfectly seasoned grill, are waiting for you.
New wings and new sauces.
Ice cold buckets at some of the best prices in town.
Or even in a frosted mug.
Corner bar comfort for your favorite game on 7 big screens. Or play your own game and win big.
The Scoreboard, 8th in York and Quincy.
For 135 years, State Street Bank has stood as a pillar of trust and stability in Quincy, Illinois. For generations, families have trusted State Street Bank to be part of their biggest moments. We look forward to the future with gratitude and excitement. Thank you for being part of our journey. State Street Bank, 135 years of banking you can trust.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Lights, live from the CDS Office Technology Studios in downtown Quincy.
Can you believe we're in the home stretch tonight?
I can't believe we're in the home stretch. I can't believe it's February, but I can tell you this.
What's that?
I know that because it's February 1st, there's a new menu at Platt Daddy's.
Ooh, I wonder what's on it.
Don't know. I haven't had a chance to look yet.
We'll have to investigate.
Well, we'll just follow the trail of wink dust.
I love the wink dust.
You and me both.
And you know it's scattered around downtown Quincy.
Yes, because of you.
Because we're shucking them up, baby.
We're about to shuck them up, baby.
It is the Shuck 'em Up Big Play of the Week, brought to you by Platt Daddy Barbecue. And we've had dunks, we've had block shots, we've had a variety of things. It's a buzzer beater this week.
Yes, and one of the longest buzzer beaters
Yes.
we've had this season so far.
So, and it came in a week where one of our area girls basketball teams got over the hump, so to speak, in winning a tournament title and gaining that confidence. Again, this is a team with no seniors on it.
Not a one.
So this is a team that has gained confidence among its underclassmen that it knows it can go win a weekly tournament, which is basically what regionals are.
You're exactly right. And this is a team that kind of needed that push.
Yep.
And this is no slouch because this particular team was playing in the Carrollton Lady Hawk Invitational.
Yep.
And their semifinal opponent is a 22-win opponent.
Right.
And, you know, and they were playing in the championship
that
game.
they're unfamiliar with because and we're talking about the Liberty girls basketball team.
We are talking about the Liberty girls.
Took on Father McGivney out of Edwardsville.
Yes.
Which was a 22-win team going in.
And was leading them by 12 points, as many as 12 points in the second quarter.
Was up 8 at halftime, 29-21, I believe.
Good memory.
And at the end of the third quarter, the freshman point guard, Wesley John, knocked down a shot, banked in a shot.
Yes.
One of two banked in three-pointers at the buzzer last week that we had.
Yes.
One we didn't have highlights of.
Right.
Because it was on the road.
Yes.
Brennan Lepper,
yes,
Quincy High School.
Biggie for the Blue Devils, yes.
But Wesley John knocked one down and really set the tone for the fourth quarter and for Liberty to win that game and then go on and win the championship with a victory over Winchester West Central.
I don't think it's unfair to call that the kill shot in the win.
I would agree. And with that said, it's time to shuck 'em up Wesley John style.
Shuck 'em up!
So we had Wesley John's older sister Chandler as a guest here on Muddy Night Lights earlier this year.
Yes.
I would love to hear what the conversation was at home after that game and after that shot.
I would have loved to go up to the top of the stands and just hear what Dad had to say after that shot.
My question is, and Brigham John, if you're listening and watching or picking this up later on, does Wesley John get wings on Wing Wednesday now?
That's a good point.
She might have earned it. She might have earned it. However, I know her and her sister only do boneless wings.
You're disappointed in that.
A little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
I did boneless wings one night at the set establishment. Traditional, much better.
I had 3 different officials that night after Wesley hit the shot tell me she didn't call bank. Every one of them with the same joke. Every last one of them sharing a joke.
Hey, she didn't need to call bank. It went in.
It went in, but I can't imagine shooting that any higher off the glass and getting it to go.
What a great shot.
Great shot.
So that was Thursday night, correct?
Thursday night, yes.
Then Friday night at Sterling, Quincy High School forced overtime with Golden Warriors as Brennan Leppert knocked in and banked in a 3 from the top of the key with 2 seconds left, or 2.2 or whatever it was exactly, to tie that game, and they went on to win a Western Big Six road game. But big-time shots from both freshmen.
Both freshmen, week of big-time ninth grader drama. You're not wrong.
So, again, there's a lot to look forward to in the coming years on the area basketball scene.
Oh, my goodness. And I keep reminding myself every time I see Liberty or the West Hancock girls with their 3 freshmen.
Yes.
Or, the times you see Quincy High with Mr. Lepper. I mean, there's a very bright future ahead.
Well, and I know from talking to people up in Hancock County, we talked about the West Hancock freshman class.
Yeah.
The incoming, the next group coming up at Illini West is
good.
really talented. Yeah. We've got the Brown County girls are incredibly talented at the junior high level. Like it's coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun for years to come.
Well, I know the Winchester West Central boys are playing for a state title at the junior high level on Thursday.
That's right. So, again, ton of great area stuff going on, high school, junior high levels, that's going to make the area basketball scene a ton of fun in the coming years. But we don't want to forget about what's going on right now.
No, and we are trying to be of the moment, as excited as we are for everything that goes on at the end of this week. We still got a lot of good stuff to get through. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Starting tomorrow night, big matchup at the Pit. Quincy High School and Quincy Notre Dame girls going head-to-head.
And I meant to ask you this off camera. I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Fine.
What's your gut level about that game based on the way both those teams are playing right now?
That it's a slobber knocker.
Okay.
And that it's going to be tight.
Okay.
I don't know which way the scales tip right now. Both teams have really, really good players. Both teams have deficiencies. Okay. What if Quincy High gets in foul trouble? It doesn't have much bench.
No.
What if Quincy Notre Dame can't get the ball inside to Tristan Pieper or Leah Turwell,
who has played incredibly well this season?
Okay. How much pressure does that put on the guards then? There's so many ways this could go. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. But think about it. You've got high-level players and a lot of soon-to-be college basketball players on both teams.
You got a lot of athletes on both teams. I mean, that is a girls' basketball game that is rife and dripping in athleticism, particularly on the wings there, too, as well, which nobody talks about.
So, and then you look at what else is going on this week. We mentioned earlier in the show, Webster Groves is coming to Quincy High School.
Love a Wednesday night game.
With a 4-star recruit that's already committed to the University of Missouri, and Scotty Atkinson. Top 40 in the nation in the junior class. He good.
Yeah, well, and
good.
It's nice to see that. And, as Mizzou fans, I think this is your chance for a sneak peek out there.
That's right. West Hancock and Brown County boys on Wednesday night as well.
Interesting matchup. Love the fact that, that you get bigs on bigs. And Brown County's bigs are good. Yeah. Doesn't get said enough.
And then Thursday night, Liberty at QND girls. Part of an onslaught of the week. And a couple of interesting games on the Missouri side on Friday night. Centralia at Highland Girls. Highland Girls coming off the loss to South Shelby.
Takes a little bit of the bloom off that rose.
But Centralia lost to Harrisburg.
Exactly. So both these teams need a quick pivot and correction.
And the South Shelby Palmyra boys game intrigues me.
It should. I think, South Shelby played incredibly well at Highland's expense.
Yep.
Got a chance to see them in person on Friday. They don't waste a lot of time. That ball moves very quickly within that South Shelby offense. So it's kind of fun to watch the style they play.
So as excited as we are about the Superfan Shootout, there's a ton of other games going on, and we will have coverage of everything we possibly can get to this week.
Exactly.
And we will highlight and be ready for the Superfan Shootout. So if you want tickets, you got to go to our social media, check out our trivia question. You can win free tickets. Here it is. How many state trophies have the 20 teams in the Superfan Shootout won collectively? It's not a small number.
No, I can't.
But it's not a triple-digit number. There's another hint.
Well, you are starting.
I'm
to
giving
set some
lots of
parameters.
hints. I'm trying to
colder,
trying to help.
Yes.
Trying to help.
Good man.
So again, the Muddy River Sports Pizza Ranch Superfan Shootout coming up Friday and Saturday at Quincy Notre Dame at the Pit. We'll both be there. A lot of great teams, a lot of great basketball. Come out and join us.
And if you can't, Sunday on the website, it is going to be bonkers.
We'll have a lot there.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So, again, we want to thank you guys for watching, for listening, for checking out the website, for reading everything we do. And we'll be right back here next Monday night. We'll break some of that down. We'll also get you prepared for the postseason because it's right around the corner.
Exactly.
We'll see you next week right here on Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply.